Hello everybody, welcome to Magic Moments Tarot. My name is Rose. As per usual, we're just going to say a quick prayer and then we're going to get right into it, okay? O cosmic divinity of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our beings and carve out within us a space where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission, so that we bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and to flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us, as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which will divert us from our true purpose, and illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground, the fruitful vision, the birth, the power, and fulfillment, as all are gathered and made whole once again. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Okay, so I'm going to start off just by talking about the dream download that I had last night. So basically, someone has someone has daddy issues, okay? Someone's father may be an addict of some kind, okay? And maybe there might be a period of like a stressful period, a period of like chaos or confusion, or something is about to go down, and it has something to do with your father. It has something to do with your relationship with your father. It has something to do with your father turning into someone different, and you not being able to trust him anymore. How very interesting. The card that I just flipped, it says, holding on to people, possessions, and issues, deep-seated past issues, hoarding, control, possessiveness, financial stability, financial supports, or financial security, saving for big purchases or retirement, materialism, and wealth. Okay, so you may feel like your father is very superficial or materialistic. You may not trust your father emotionally speaking. Like, you may not feel like you've ever really gotten a whole lot of support from him. You may feel like he was not present in your life a whole lot. And he may be, for lack of a better way of putting this, losing it a little bit, like losing his mind, losing his grip on reality. And if you have a father who is an addict, then it's a very real possibility that the drugs and or alcohol and or whatever substances are altering his state of being. Oh, look at that. Okay, so you may have a father who is a narcissist, okay? And it said, I just pulled out the girl with the snake. It says empath, narcissist paradigm, okay? So being charmed or used, and then it talks about boundaries. So it's funny, this is exactly where I was going. I feel like someone needs to set boundaries with their father, okay? I don't feel like this is a trustworthy person, okay? I feel like this is a toxic person who carries a lot of toxic energy and a lot of, they have a lot of bad karma coming towards them, okay? And so I feel like this is someone that you really need to stay away from, okay? You need to confront this person and talk to them and tell them and tell them how you really feel about this situation. Okay? This person is not this person does not have a lot of wisdom, okay? Meaning that they have been through trials and tribulations in their lives. They lack faith, and they haven't learned from those experiences, okay? Because they're continuing to make the same bad choices, all right? So this person is lacking wisdom. They lack faith, okay? They might be a narcissist, okay? And you can look up the meaning of that. And I know that term gets overused a lot lately, but this is literal, okay? This is literal. So look up what that means. Look up the conditions, the symptoms, and if that applies to your situation, then maybe this message is for you. If not, then not, okay? You may be holding on to a lot of issues surrounding oh wow, dreams just slipped out. Dreams and confidence. Okay, so you might have a lot of issues around this, okay? Dealing with a narcissistic parent is definitely going to leave you scarred. You're definitely going to have things that need to be dealt with. So I think Spirit is letting you know that you maybe need to take some time to reflect on this and help yourself by trying to heal these wounds, okay? So go inwards, look at yourself, think, okay, what is it that I resent about this person, or what are my feelings around this person, and why? And what can I do to release those feelings, okay? And do I have any issues, habits, hobbies, any toxic behaviors, any even just, toxic thoughts that I have on a regular, or any patterns of behavior that aren't in alignment with my highest good, that are caused by this situation, and then can I do anything to change those habits, thoughts, patterns, whatever, okay? Truth. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Okay, so yeah, what I also got from this energy was that this transformation, when I got this transformation of this, so, okay, sorry, I don't know if I even said that. What I got was my father changing into a different person. And it was someone that I did not recognize. It was someone very large, like tall and large, very like a huge man, okay? He was covered in tattoos. He was a redhead, but he had a shaved head, and he had like a goatee. He looked very, very angry and mean, and he was just punching holes in the walls and screaming and yelling and ranting and raving and so on and so forth. Well, I upon seeing him starting to punch holes in the walls and shit, I thought, okay, I gotta get out of here. So I got out and I locked the door behind me and got in my car and drove away. Okay, and driving in your dreams, getting into the driver's seat in your dreams, it sort of symbolizes taking control of the situation. You're sort of taking the wheel, locking that door, and leaving him behind me. Was sort of me setting a boundary and walking away from this person, okay? So, I feel like there's someone in this energy that needs to end the relationship with their father, okay, or they need to set very firm boundaries with regards to having this person around them, okay, having this person in your energy, okay, because I feel like this person is extremely toxic, okay, and really not good to be around. Like when I say really not good to be around, I mean really, really, really not good to be around, okay? Again, this is the an empath narcissistic relationship can be very confusing because empaths naturally feel what other people feel, and so it's very easy for them to have the wrong people around them for much longer than they probably should, because they feel the other people's pain. They understand where it's coming from. They understand where the behavior is coming from. And so they take pity on them. Well, you know, they went through this, they went through that, they went through the other. This is why they're behaving this way. You know, I understand it and I feel sorry for them. And because you feel sorry for them, you stick around and you put up with more than you should. And there's a reason that that saying, I mean, most people think that there's a saying that goes, blood is thicker than water, right? And so people feel like that means, oh, well, family is more important. The saying actually goes, and that's wrong, it's completely wrong. The saying actually goes, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, okay? You do not owe loyalty, you do not owe presence to anyone in your life that is toxic, be it family or otherwise, okay? A covenant is a promise, a pact, an agreement, a contract, whatever you want to say, okay? So the blood of the covenant means someone who promises to love you, okay, is stronger than the water of the womb, meaning than your relationship to someone, physically speaking, okay, so your DNA or whatever. You do not need to have these people in your life if you don't want them in your life. If you feel like these people are toxic, they need to go, okay, period. It doesn't matter if this person is related to you. You don't owe your presence, you don't owe your energy to anyone or anything, especially if these people are not adding to your life in any way. I feel like this father figure is a user. I feel like this father figure is someone that only wants to be around you because they need something from you. I feel like that's the only time you will ever, you probably ever hear from this person anyways, okay? Now this could also represent, look at that, sting, they sting everybody they meet. They hurt everyone they meet. This could also represent someone who is a baby father, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to mean your father. It could mean the father of your children. It could mean your, you know, your stepdad or a father figure in your life, okay? But someone in your life is about to cause chaos. There's going to be some sort of, I'm not going to say they cause it, but there is going to be some sort of stress, chaos, some sort of confusion. Something is going on in regards to this energy, okay? This person is holding on to something. They're holding on to their past issues. They might be holding on to, you know, this person hasn't dealt with their emotions properly, okay? They are not, yeah, look at that. They are not good for your ascension, okay? You're trying to feed yourself full of positivity and knowledge in order to go through this ascension process, and having this person around is only going to thwart it, okay? So Spirit is telling you to prepare for this situation, Okay? That's funny. The squirrel and the grasshopper. Yeah. They're telling you to prepare for this situation by figuring out your thoughts and your feelings. Maybe even writing them down or doing some sort of, um, I don't know, maybe writing a letter or, writing poetry, drawing a picture, something. You need to do something to get these feelings out. And if you end up talking to this person, I feel like it's a good idea that you express to them how you feel, draw your boundaries, and then walk away from the situation. Because once you do that, I feel like you will gain more control over your life. You will feel more control in your in your life. Okay, look at this, the ascension. We had the caterpillar before. The caterpillar is on their way. Once you walk away from this person, that's when you go come into your full magnitude, I guess, your full transformation. Okay, so maybe this is something that you actually need to confront and deal with. This might be something that you've been avoiding, right? The ant. The ant is all about planning, okay? Um, Getting ready for the future, and then we have the butterfly, fully ascended being. So yeah, I feel like the cards are supporting my message. Um, that this is very much a toxic dynamic that someone has with their father that definitely needs to father figure, baby father, whatever. It could even just be an older brother that raised you, an uncle, whatever, right? A father figure. But someone in your life, oh, wow. I just got the name Gramps Wager. Someone in your life um, needs to go, and you need to walk away from this person. You need to shut the door on these issues. Okay, so these issues haven't been resolved yet. They need to be resolved. This situation needs to be confronted, and you need to, after having confronted the situation, you need to then focus on letting go. Okay, because holding on to these issues is thwarting your ascension process. Okay, it's not helping the situation. This person, this father figure, may also be one of those type of people who, again, I feel like they only want you around to use you for something. And I feel like it might have to do with money. They may be struggling financially and they need your assistance. And it might be because of the money that they've spent consuming these drugs or alcohol, or maybe they have a bad gambling habit. There's something that they're doing that is contributing to their inability to maintain their lifestyle, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so yeah, this person might be coming to you. Maybe this person is going to come to you asking for help, and you're going to say no to this person, and that's going to cause some drama. I don't know, but either way, I think Spirit is suggesting that you confront this person with the issues that you have. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to say to gain closure, okay? Get your closure and then walk away. We have the 9th house, and then we have solar eclipse. So let's see what that is. Oh no, where did I put my book? Oh, for the love of Pete. I didn't think to look for it the other day. Now I'm not sure where it is. Hold on 1 second. Is it back here? It is. Okay, perfect. Hold on, let me get it out of here. Okay, I got it. 9th house on the solar eclipse. solar eclipse order. Hold on, let me just look it up in the... Okay, so ninth house is 78, and then 44, so 44 and 78. 44. First quarter, solar eclipse, the harbinger. Ooh. The solar eclipse occurs when a new moon is directly between the sun and the earth and blocks out the sun's rays. The solar eclipse carries the same potential for opportunity as the regular new moon, but it does come with a warning that you will reap 3 times what you sow. So go forward with clear purpose. Okay? So treat this person with kindness. Don't be too harsh, but do explain whatever, like I said, figure out what it is that you need to do in order to gain closure over this situation. And I guess be kind in your delivery. This also might be a warning to that person that whatever it is that they're about to do may cause them to it might be warning to that person as well that they are going to reap what they sow, so they need to be careful what they do, because if this person comes in to cause problems, they may end up getting problems in return. Okay? Now the ninth house is all about, hold on a second. As the house of knowledge, this card is letting you know that it is the right time to look outside your comfort zone and explore new subjects. Okay, what have you always been interested in learning but were too afraid to explore because you didn't think it was appropriate? Maybe you have a special skill or interesting viewpoint. Okay, yeah. It's all about knowledge and truth. Yeah, okay, so you need to speak your truth on this situation. And either you're going to end up repairing this relationship, or you're going to leave it behind. Either way, you need to figure out a way to do this in a healthy manner, okay? So figure out what it is that you need to do and try and figure out a way to do it in a healthy manner that doesn't... The point of this situation is to confront the situation without being mean and nasty, okay? It is to be mature about the situation, because you're not going to help your ascension process by lashing out and being hurtful, okay? So instead of going, you did this and you did that and I don't like you because da 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 da, you could even try just doing, following that the formula fight thing, where it's like, when you did this, it made me feel like this. You know what I mean? And if you continue to do this, these will be the boundaries that I set. This will be the consequence of that action. Okay? Because now you're stating an action, you're stating facts. You did this, that's a fact, you can't argue with it. It made me feel like this. These are my feelings, you can't argue with that either. These are the boundaries that I'm drawing if you continue to perform that action. And again, that's assertiveness, okay? So you're being assertive without being hurtful, without lashing out. And I feel like this is, once you do this, okay, you're going to feel like you have more control in your life. And it's going to feel like, first of all, I feel like it's going to feel like you have had a weight lifted off your shoulder. I feel like it's going to give you a lot more confidence going forward in the future. And I feel like it's going to help you to live a I feel like it's going to cause you to feel more confident going forward in all of your relationships. Okay, because especially when it comes to parents, what happens around your parental relationships really does sort of bleed into all of your other relationships in life. And so if you can gain closure and confront the issues going on there, then it really bodes well for how things go in your future relationships, okay? Or in just in the relationships that you are already experiencing, okay? Let's see, is there anything else I should draw on this energy? Uh, no, I don't think so. I think we've pretty much established this, and I don't think we really need any names because everybody knows who their frickin' fathers are. Everybody knows who their father figures are. And if this applies to you, then you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. So I really don't feel like there needs to be any names. And I don't feel like you need to be called out because you will know if you have issues around your own father. So yeah, please don't neglect your mental health when it comes to discovering your issues or exploring that sort of that shadow self where you're figuring out what the negative patterns are that you have, why you associate those negative patterns with that parent, and then what your feelings are around that parent or in regards to them having caused these issues in you. Do you know what I mean? So it's someone just really needs to do their shadow work in this area, myself included. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say on this. I feel like this is the reading. I don't feel like there's much else to. Yeah, no. There's nothing else to really say. Okay? Like I said, this person is not healed, and I'm not sure that they are going to heal in this lifetime. Okay? So, again, walking away from this person may be necessary in order for you to live a healthier life. But you definitely have to get some closure around the situation, and you definitely need to deal with these repressed and suppressed emotions, okay? I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope that this has helped you. And if you like listening to my readings, then please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. It really does help with my channel, okay? Have a good night, guys. Bye.